The one and only Gangrel, everybody. Fire, fire, fire. Raising up from the ground.
Alive and awake, everybody. How are you doing? Everything good?
Hi.
You want me to say that for...
I mean, we can always like play musical chairs or whatever. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine too. It's all right. It's all right. How are you?
Is there anybody out there?
There are. And everyone looks amazing. It's great.
Is this thing on? Is this on? Can you hear me? There you go. All right.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm amazing.
Your
I'm
hair's
so
very
good.
sparkly today with the skeletons. It's
Thank you. Your teeth.
Nightmare Weekend, I guess.
Yeah, your teeth are very pointy today. Your fangs looking great, fanging and banging as always. Thank you so much again for yesterday, for being part of FSCW, tag teaming with Blade last night. Did any of you guys get to see the show last night? Oh, everybody?
I thought I'm not supposed to get along with Blade. Well, how did that work?
Oh, Mick Foley,
Somebody
everybody.
explain
Here
that
we
to
go.
me, somehow.
Hi, Mick. Welcome.
I saved the seat there.
Thank you, Dave. I mean, Gangrel, sorry. Thank you, brother.
We were talking about last night, Gangrel teamed with Blade in our FSCW ring.
I think it's more amazing that so many people cosplayed as empty chairs today.
Yeah. Sunday at a con, you know, it's all right. We're doing the thing. We made it here.
We did, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
How's the weekend been, though?
It's been pretty good. Yeah, I mean, this is the first time they've done the con here, right?
Yeah.
And we all know and love Mike Broder, and you know he's going to build it. And a few years from now, there won't be 18 people. Wait, 15 people in there. It'll be packed, brother.
Yeah.
We're in on the ground floor.
Well, that's a plant over there.
That's right. And Jude, put down that sandwich. It's making it difficult for me to concentrate.
Oh, is Jude eating? Rude. Yeah. I know, unless you have some for the whole
How
class.
many
Jude
any
over
kids
there.
here? Children?
Just me.
Did you know? All right, here's where the real dirt gets spilled. That gentleman over, stand up if you would.
It's
First of
okay.
all-
Come on in.
Yeah,
Sit
please,
down.
come on in.
Come on in.
There.
You're wearing flannel. You're in the right place.
We're on flannel. You're right place. Come on. Come on in here. So first of all, can I mention it?
Yeah. Oh my God.
I
Love it.
officiated the wedding between this gentleman and this lovely woman. That's right. Yeah.
We have the tattoos to commemorate. We have our
That's
Mick
right.
Foley tattoos.
And second, I think we all understand that it's not possible for one man to circumnavigate the globe in one evening and write letters to every child in America and around the world. And that's where Jude comes in. He makes the greatest nice certificates, right? So he's been doing my graphics for my nice certificates. And then get this, Dave, I don't even know this. The Foley Christmas list, the Santa handwritten letters, Undertaker, Edge, Trish, The Miz, Nora Jones is on that list for somehow. It's like 40 people, and that's my rugged, manly alpha male hobby is writing letters from Santa Claus. And I couldn't do it with this cat here. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a little story about perseverance. I know this is not a wrestling story per se, but there was only one reindeer card on the market, and I thought we could do better. And so we did. And I found the different photos for the reindeer, and I wrote their own bios on the back, and there was no more of this Donder runs the chess club. It's like, he doesn't run the chess club, he's a deer. So ours are more lifelike, right? Yeah. So if it's just the lesson here is if you're not happy with the status quo, change it. I knew this guy, Dave, and he said, just when you think you've got the answers, I changed the questions. And that was Roddy Piper. So, yeah, I thought you'd like to know that.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, right. No, yeah. Come on. Oh, this is your friend.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello. Okay, so I feel like since we're at Nightmare Weekend, and I feel like it's only appropriate to ask about Hell in a Cell. Now, Mick, obviously we know Hell in a Cell with The Undertaker.
Wait, no, hold on. Heather,
Yeah.
there's only 12 people here. If I'm going to go
Wait.
emotionally where you want me to go.
But you don't know my question yet.
We're going to need at least 18 people here.
Oh, Mick.
All right, go ahead with it, Heather.
Well, I was going to mention how at the recent Hall of Fame, Triple H.
Can I brag on to
Always.
my friend what I did?
Yeah.
All right, I have a friend here. Did you know, dear friend, that I married Heather and her husband? I didn't mean I married her like she was my wife. I mean, I conducted their ceremony.
And help me pick out my dress.
And helped her pick out the dress, because who better to help you with the most important fashion choice than someone who has no fashion sense? But it worked out, right?
You're so fashionable.
It worked out pretty good.
Yeah.
You're matching black and red.
That's right. I got the black and the
Black.
I got it going on. I got it going on. These Skechers are so new. I didn't have a chance to take the tag off.
Oh no, he's not lying. It's in the shoe.
Look at that. So
This is not a free promotion either.
hurt your
Skechers must pay for this now. Are they good for comfort?
tore it with my bare hands.
Savage.
He's so strong. Now let me ask you this, because obviously, like being at conventions, long days, you know, are they good convention shoes?
Oh man, they just slip.
Oh, they
right
smell new. I can smell them now.
in. What, no, they're brand new.
Yeah, you still got the tag on the
It's
bottom.
vampire sense of smell. We're gonna pass around the shoe, guys. If you guys just want to smell the shoe, this is a Sunday panel. I'm so glad you guys are here.
They're,
Yeah,
you know
mine
why
won't
they're
smell
so
that
easy
good.
is because my buddy Dave, Gangrel, is recovering from multiple body part replacement surgeries.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been there. I know what that's like. And I remember when I was a WWE announcer, I had to have a different. Oh, that's not coming, is it?
Oh no. Pause, guys. Just hold, please.
It fit
We're just
better when you had the
readjusting
tag
the
in.
shoe.
Yeah,
All right, we're going shoe. Okay, people have to pay for that, Mick. There we go.
go.
Okay.
yeah, I would have to ask a different guy every
Mick
day
Foley.
to help me tie my shoes because I could only get my foot to here. As it turns out, dropping elbows off ring aprons onto concrete, not that good for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I used to do that too.
You did it too?
Yeah, all the way back. It was Joe Goodhart days. I was dropping one off the
Ooh,
apron.
wow.
Like,
Not a good structural move, right?
now that I think about it, no.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out why my hip was so bad.
That's it.
Now
That's
I
it,
know.
brother.
I totally forgot about that till you said
Yeah.
something.
But obviously, like Mick was mentioning, your recovery is going really, really well. I mean, we saw you in the ring yesterday. I mean, it seems like it
I'm
drastically.
feeling good. I got a new hip and a new knee in the last 6 months, and I've already, counting last night, that was probably 33 matches I've done since February 16th. So
Wow, that's
I've been
good.
grinding,
Crazy.
grinding.
Yeah.
Sort England thing.
And apparently, Gangrel has supernatural healing abilities. Is it because he's a vampire or just a superhuman?
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've
No,
seen
I'm
it
just an
happen.
idiot, and I don't know any difference.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, so we'll circle back again, but just out of curiosity, like
You know,
go ahead.
I happen to be an expert on vampires. Dracula, little known fact, he worked in the circus as a jugular.
Yeah, that was
He
useless.
died in vain, but there was a lot at stake. This thing on?
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I think you nailed it. Is that your favorite? I know, like, I always talk to Gangrel about it because I know his love for Bigfoot. But do you have a favorite, like, cryptid or a favorite, like, animal, creature, or anything like that?
Well, little known fact is I did adopt Ripley last week. Yep. Anyone know that? Yeah. An endangered Mexican gray wolf named Ripley. I already had a red wolf, highly endangered, named Notch because it was missing an ear. That seemed like a no-brainer. And so I still get the newsletter from the Wolf Conservation Center. And as soon as I saw Welcome Ripley, I was like, I'm adopting Ripley. And I did. Yeah. So I'd say the wolves are my favorite. Yeah. I like the mythology of the wolves. Yeah.
So did you watch Wolfman? Did you like Wolfman?
I didn't see the new one.
Is it good?
I liked it. A lot of people didn't, but I enjoyed it. Anybody else see it out there? You like it? It was good. Yeah. It's different, right?
Every 10 years, I go through the Universal Monster. I watch at least 10 Universal, and then I segue into the Hammer films. Yeah, I do like a good old-fashioned horror movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I know also, like, you are a theme park aficionado, and now we have Epic Universe down in Florida with
Yeah,
Universal
just in
Monsters.
time for me not to be able to ride anything because I had some stupid head injuries.
Yeah, but it's still, like, nice to look at, right?
Nice to look at other people having fun. Yeah. I
Got a
guess
point
it'd be
there.
kind of like watching someone have sex with your wife. Looks good, but it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah, it's
So-
not good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I have zero segue for that. We're just gonna roll with
It's
the
all
punches.
bad. It's all bad.
Do you
Yeah.
want to know where I got? Do you know where I got that line? Actually, just so you know, back when Dee Snider started making it big, his management team told him he could no longer jump out in the crowd and fight people because he had money now. And after about a week, after one of his bodyguards beat up a fan, he said, "How'd that look?" He goes, "It was like watching someone have sex with my wife. It looked good, but it didn't feel the same." So there's a little Dee Snider. I guess we should probably talk a little wrestling, right?
We got to clap. I mean, this is.
Wrestling.
I feel like this is kind of fun. So obviously, like, both being part of, to me, the most iconic era of wrestling, which is the Attitude Era, right? We all agree. Like,
Yeah.
and you two, just in my opinion, being the most iconic. And I wanted to ask you about. I think the Brood's entrance was one of, if not the best entrances. So I want to know, what was it like for you to experience getting to watch the Brood's entrance?
Pure envy. Because I was the guy that came out to. I'm convinced that I was only given that outfit and the dreary music so that Vince could prove I couldn't get over. Like, that was the whole thing. It was like almost like a bet between him and Jim Ross. So I just imagined some people spitballing around the table. I know. Let's dress him up from head to toe in brown. How else can he not get over? Let's cover up his expressive face. Let's send him down to the ring with all the flash and dazzle of a UPS delivery truck. And then it still worked out. But that when Brood came up through the thing and they had that music, that ding, ding, I mean, I don't know how to, it was like ding, ding, ding.
It's in my head, but don't ask me to repeat it.
Yeah, it was good. It was like a little homage to John Carpenter, a little bit, right? It was some bad Apple music. Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Well, you say Bad Apple, but funny enough, he was a Beatles fan. So that whispering is actually backward masking, and it says, "I buried Paul, walk with me." You know, he's a big Beatles fan.
I buried Paul.
Isn't that crazy?
That is cool.
And then, kind of on the flip side, Mick being the only wrestler to have 3 different versions, obviously, Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Mankind,
There's a lot of personality.
so much personality. What was that like being in a locker room with somebody that, was iconic for having all of these multiple versions of themselves?
I just see the same guy I've met all the way back in Joel Goodhart. He's
right.
good-looking, handsome.
Son of a gun, that's right.
He's witty. I don't know. I always see him as Cactus Jack.
Because I think the first time I met Dave, were you married to Luna yet?
No, but we were together, but nobody.
Nobody knew
Yeah,
because
nobody
Luna and I, first time I met Luna, I teamed with Luna against Eddie Gilbert and Medusa.
Medusa. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, and that was the last Joel Goodhart show. He's doing a show this weekend. If I wasn't here, I'd be there. Much rather be here, though. Yeah.
Did he do it this week? Because I was originally booked and then I never heard back from him. So
I
you're saying
think
he
it was
kayfabe?
probably yesterday. Yeah.
It was the
Probably yesterday.
yeah.
So that was the first time y'all met, was back, when was
I think it was.
Yes,
I mean, I don't
it
have it in my diary.
Oh,
Met
no.
Dave Heath today.
Jabroni.
As a matter of fact, they went to, Dave and his partner went to All Japan just a few months before I did for the first time.
Yeah.
And, at that time I was about 260, and you guys wore the black
Black mask, yeah.
black mask, like the butcher
We
not
were
the butcher, but the
we were the bastard sons of Stu Hart. That's what
yeah,
that was. The Black
it.
Hearts.
So one of the storylines was whether Cactus Jack was actually one of the Black Hearts. So you took whatever little crumb you could get back then. You really did. I mean, like our TV taping was considered like when we saw the Japanese photographers there, And of all things, like I did all these crazy things when I first went to All Japan, and my most famous move turned out to be the gimmick where I spit way up in there and caught it, which Bubba Ray Dudley tried to take as his own, and I'm like, no, I lifted that from my cousin Rich when I was 8 years old, you know? Wise man knows where to steal his material. That thing would go way the heck up there, and I had pretty good lateral range before the knee injuries. Like, I could dive into the crowd and catch it. And so, yeah.
What's the secret? Like any?
A good mouth, eye, hand coordination. You gotta see it come down. You know, you grab that thing.
That's so impressive.
Yeah, it is.
My mind is going so many other places.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so if it's okay with you, we do have a microphone.
Wait,
for
let me
whatever-
just make clear.
Yeah, please do,
I wasn't
Mick.
catching my own spit. I was catching fan spit. No, I'm just kidding.
Like my life's a lie. What's happening? Do you guys have any
It happens,
questions?
it does.
Clearly, nothing's off limits here today, folks. We're a big family here. Yeah, sure. What's your name?
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Is
Hi.
this mic on? Let's see.
Was Rachel your favorite friend?
I'm sorry?
Was Rachel your favorite of the friends?
Of the friends?
Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't watched it.
Monica was mine.
What? Yeah, Monica. You want to hear my? This is where Gangrel and I we're gonna hijack the conversation.
Okay.
Would you like to know my connection with Monica from Friends?
What's that?
The Foley handwritten Christmas letters go out to the Arquette family, including Coco, who is the daughter of Courtney Cox. There you go.
That is very
That's right.
I've only met her one time, and that's when I did a little appearance on the Cougar Town thing. But she was super sweet.
Yeah, she is. Yeah,
Oh, that's great. That's amazing.
I kind of ripped off the Dude Love character on that.
it's okay. I ripped it off of Jimmy Valiant. So,
Paying it forward.
all right, go ahead.
All right.
It's your turn.
Rachel,
Oh,
we'll see
wait,
if
Rachel,
the
you
mic-
the one that brung a picture of me when you depressed me. Like, I was 305 pounds in that
When were you
picture.
305?
That
I don't know.
picture she
Barbecue
showed me.
sauce 2013.
Wow.
2015.
Okay, we're flipping on the mic.
Because now, can I share some inside scoop? GalaxyCons, of which this is one, even though it's Nightmare Weekend,
GalaxyCon presents.
they have the best food backstage.
the best. What's there today?
Well, I took it easy because yesterday I walked out. I mean, even Willy Wonka would have been like, "Whoa, hold on a second,
No, it was
Charlie
cra- it
Bucket."
was- yeah,
it was
this is
crazy.
insane.
They have a confectionery corner here. It's like all homemade chocolate turtles.
You know, last night they brought in these tremendous chicken taco burrito type of things that were
Yeah.
just
Oh, yeah.
crazy for the wrestling part of it all. I was like, what is going on here? They're
So-
going to push me to that picture, Rachel, where I was 305 pounds again.
I don't know whether you guys were at the convention, and this is crazy, and again, we're off topic. There was a convention, GalaxyCon, where they have women in the green room shucking oysters at the tables.
Really?
Like, just, yes.
Shucking oysters.
Again, my mind went somewhere else.
Okay.
No.
This
can you
poor
not
woman
touch
is going to be like, "Do I
Hi-
get to ask my question or what?"
Rachel, what's your question?
So, Mick Foley, I've met you a couple of times before, and I remember being nervous, but you were the sweetest person ever.
Thank you.
And you were very sweet, too, for a vampire.
For a vampire.
So my question
I didn't
is,
kill
your
her.
personal opinion, who is your favorite wrestler who is like super nice, super sweet?
Oh man, you can't go wrong with Bobby Eaton. Now, did you have a chance? Bobby was one of those nice guys. Like he would go into the convenience store and he would come out with something for you, even if you didn't ask for it. He was just like a good guy. You know, you'd see him over there, and you know he'd see someone who was down on his luck, and Bobby would pass him by and give him. You know, this is what he did every
He was
day.
amazing.
He was just a great guy, and he was real giving in the ring. You know, he was a great
Do you know who
underrated.
that is?
Beautiful Bobby Eaton
Beautiful
was one of
Bobby.
the
Midnight
best
Express.
My
tag
dad will
team.
probably know if I could.
Yeah, he was a wonderful human being. So that
Was that his wrestling name or his real name?
What's that?
Was that his wrestling name or real name?
Beautiful
Bobby Eaton was his. Beautiful was not his given name. Bobby Eaton was, yeah.
But he was beautiful.
He was beautiful.
He was beautiful.
But I'm going to tell you something. Ivan Koloff was just inducted into the.
Uncle Ivan,
yeah. And you knew Ivan, right?
Yes, I wrestled him many times.
So in 1990, I had 6 months of experience on WCW, where I was like a bottom of the middle, you know, top of the bottom type guy. Fun character, but not a huge star by any means. And I roomed with Ivan Koloff on our way to the South Pacific for a tour. And I remember thinking to myself, I like how this feels. And if I ever get to be a big star, this is how I want to treat people. Because I'd been around people who didn't treat me well, and I remembered that too. Like, you know, I remember everything. And except what I did the last 3 days of my life. You know, that's not as strong. But the long term, I remember everyone who went out of their way to help me. I remember the people who went out of their way to make life a little bit more difficult. And I just thought, if I get to be one of those guys, I'm going to be an Ivan Koloff type of guy. Yeah. So you learn, you know, and sometimes you learn the wrong lessons, sometimes you learn the right lessons. Good question?
What do you think, Gangrel? Are you dittoing?
Oh yeah, ditto. Yeah, I was Georgia Championship Wrestling, like 87 or 88. Yeah. And he would come up to me, and I'd always be so surprised. He'd go, "Hey, David, you're really coming along. You're really coming along." You know, it would take the time. He was a big star. I was just a guy going up there getting, you know, beat up or whatever. Yeah. But he remembered my name, go out of his way and tell me that, you know, you're coming along, you're getting better and better, you know. And, yeah. And you know, it sticks with you like that. It encourages you to keep pushing forward, guys like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Great
and Beautiful Bobby had the best mullet in the business.
He had an incredible mullet, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much.
If people weren't filming, I was going to ask the opposite of the question, but that's okay. Hey,
Who the worst people were to...
Yeah, we want the dirt. No, it's all right. Hey, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Don. Hey. This question's for Mick. Your match at WrestleMania 22 with Edge, which was right down the road here.
Yeah,
at
it was.
State.
Is that building still there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's where
I
they
was
filmed
pretty
Raw.
sure Edge and I tore it down that day.
Oh, yeah, no. Good one. But I know I've seen Edge on Inside the Ropes, and you talked about like what you guys were thinking about when he was going to the flaming table.
Yeah.
And, what was the thought process like leading up to that match? Was it like a big like get together, like we could do this, we could do that, like maybe we can do this as an improv thing? Like, what was the thought process?
Well, you know, we had two guys. Best case scenario, two guys trying to accomplish two different goals. I was trying to prove that I could have that magic WrestleMania moment. Edge was trying to prove he could hang with someone, even though there's no question about his toughness. You were ringside for a couple of those tables, ladders, and chairs things, right?
I was under the ring when he just broke his leg coming off the top of the cage in AEW. Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was tough. He walked to the back.
There was no question to me about his toughness, but for some reason, to the general fan, like the idea was, could you survive one of these matches? And so anything totally crazy in that match was his idea. So he wanted to do that stuff, and I was happy to oblige because, you know, we didn't have, I think one of the things that worked in its favor, it was only about 10, 12 minutes long, so that casual fans can take 10, 12 minutes, whereas not many casual fans are going to watch Briscoe versus Story, you know, like 56 minutes, you know, it gets going at like the 30-minute level. Like, we just don't have the time for that. But this is, I think it was a perfect match for people to get a real taste of what we were doing, and I was really happy with it. I'm very happy, you know, like when Earl Hebner counted to 3 and Ed said, "I love you," in a way that doesn't seem even vaguely homoerotic in pro wrestling. Yeah, I felt a giant weight lifted off my shoulder because I'd had that magic WrestleMania memory.
Yeah, 100%. And you did get that WrestleMania moment, and that was honestly, in my opinion, the match of the night. So,
a unique souvenir. This is like a guitar pick from the musician. It's my Skechers. There you go.
Wow.
Thank you. There you go.
Don't say he never did anything for you guys. There it is. Great question. Hey, what's your name?
I'll get some ninja stars to throw out to the crowd, too.
You know, I agree that I believe that was all Edge's idea because he's always trying to prove.
He was, yeah. I mean,
even that whole cage thing, it was his idea to jump off the top. What were you thinking? He goes, "I wasn't."
Well, you know what the most dangerous move, and Elita's right here if you want to tell her. Yeah, Mick thinks the world of her because I don't ever want to put someone as crazy as my stuff was, the person who was in danger most of the time was me. But in this case, we couldn't, we didn't want to hit a woman, but that doesn't mean she couldn't be like collateral damage, So Lita was on my back, and I said, this is what I'd like to clothesline Edge over the top rope with you on my back, and I cannot guarantee your safety. Like, you just have to bail out when you feel it's time to bail out. And even as it was going live, and I could feel her like falling off to my left, and then when I watched it on TV, I was like, she's got guts, man. And she did it perfectly, and she was such a big part of that match. So it was me and Edge, but we couldn't have done what we did without Lita out there, too. Yeah.
Hi, Mick. Hi, Gangrel. My name's Andrew. I'm from here, local area. My question was, is there anything, not just in WWF, WWE, but any of your past shows, past matches, where you guys wanted to do something really, really awesome that you really want to do, but the higher-ups, Vince or anybody else, said, no, absolutely not?
Well, I don't know who the higher-ups were, but like when I first came in, I was big on, I loved All Japan, and I came up through Calgary, so Stampede was the first territory I worked in, and I went to All Japan from there. So I was into all the like tiger suplexes and different things like that. But every night I came back, and I was working with Adam at the time. I'd come back and I'd hit a tiger suplex with the bridge or something. They'd come back, you can't do that one anymore. I go, why not? They go, no, you can't do that. And it would slowly take away the offense.
Is it because they didn't think it was vampire offense?
I think it was, they thought the guys weren't going to take that from me.
Oh, okay.
Like,
okay.
I don't know. They didn't really give me a reason.
Yeah.
Then later when I got let go, they said, well, you didn't really have an offense. So I was so confused. So, but I don't know where that came from. But.
I don't just mean wrestling moves. I'm talking about like gimmicks as well, like anything. Just like, is there one thing that you really wanted to do? It's not just wrestling moves.
Yeah, this is not a WWE. This is the one that got away. I don't even know if I could talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh.
In like 2009, Hulk Hogan came in. He took Abyss under his wing. Abyss, kind of a naive character. And I wanted Hulk to tell him, there are consequences for your actions. And he was going to point out that when Abyss was young and in love for the first time when he was 18, and the way he expressed that love had yielded a child. And it's been said that Abyss borrowed a little bit of my look, right? So what better way to debut the father-son team of Abyss and Son of Abyss? It was a license to print money, and all I thought was I come out as a surprise guest. We win in like 18 seconds. And then you have Eric Bischoff in the middle of the ring going, son of Abyss, son of Abyss. And I just thought, that's the one that got away, brother. Yeah.
I would have bought that T-shirt.
I would have bought that. Yeah, son of Abyss. You kidding
Never
me?
too late.
I think what happened, even though Steve Austin was with WWE, is he called Dixie Carter and said, Dixie, please, the Austin 316 shirt. It's all I've got, please. Don't let this guy have the #1 shirt of the decade. I have to tell you, this is how quickly things can change. Remember the tent towns? Cape Cod Melody Tent, Cohasset Music Tent. There was one other. Warwick Tent. And they were great places to work, great atmosphere. Not great places for your payoffs once they arrived in a couple weeks. But a guy named Jimmy Miranda was showing some of the boys, like their prospective merchandise. And Mark Henry had literally every piece of merchandise you could have marked off. Barry Windham, the Stalker, everything but one or two. For me, they had a T-shirt and a mask. And I said at the time, I don't think there should be a mask because the mask is supposed to be scary. I don't think a kid should be able to buy a mask. And then Steve Austin walked by and he goes, hey, Miranda, you got any merchandise for Stone Cold? And Jimmy went, hey, come on, Miranda, what's the deal? He goes, I'm sorry, Steve, the office just doesn't see any merchandising potential in you.
Wow.
And that was July of '96. But they'll change their mind if they have to. You know, they'll change. You know, when they saw that taken off, they got behind it.
First of all, that was a brilliant Stone Cold right there. That was.
Oh, thank you. Oh my.
I don't know if he delivered that promo yet. Even though that was June, this may have been a week or two before then.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah.
Great. We have 5 minutes left. Let's get through these final 2. What's your name?
And you know what we're going to do at the end of this?
Yeah.
And Heather's been here. It's amazing. We don't.
Iconic.
We're not going to break the Guinness record today because there's not that many of you. But
Enough.
me and Dave and Heather are going to lead all of us in a conga line directly to our merchandise tables. Yeah.
Yep. There it is. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Chris.
Hey, Chris.
So when I was 15, it was sometime in the 90s. It was the first time I ever got to meet any wrestlers.
Okay.
It was backstage at a house event. It was both you there, so this is like full circle. So this is
Who
pretty,
was nicer?
both you two right there.
He was nicer.
He answered. Good for you.
So I got up in line and finally got to meet all of you. Got the signatures, but Mr. Foley, when I got up to you, just timing, coincidentally, one of your matches started playing on the screen.
Okay.
And you had to stop for a minute. You apologized to me. You said, it's really difficult for me to ever get a chance to actually evaluate myself. So I sat there for like 5 minutes watching a match with one of my heroes here, and it always struck me. And now that I'm older and in the height of my career, it really comes home. And I just want to know what kind of advice that you both might have for that perseverance and that work ethic that has gotten you so far in life.
Sometimes words of advice are best expressed in a song. When you gonna make up your mind? When you gonna love you as much as I do? When you gonna make up your mind?
'Cause things are gonna change so fast. All the white horses are still in bed. And tell you that I always want you near. You say that things change, my dear.
Okay, so that had nothing to do with wrestling, but I haven't duetted with Heather.
Next time, Dave will give you the harmony, so we'll have to practice.
I was so lost. I just enjoyed it.
Well, you don't want me singing, but
All right. Because we do know all the words to "You Don't Mess Around with Jim."
Yes.
If you want in on that,
Yeah.
okay. To me, the first gangster song, right? Because when he said he was cut in about 100 places, he was shot in a couple of more, and you better believe the song a different kind of story when Big Jim hit the floor. Oh, that's the badass stuff. Okay.
So good.
Yeah, I have no idea what your question was. But,
Advice for perseverance.
oh, yeah, perseverance. Thank you for, so I did watch the match, and I did include you in that. Okay, good. So I didn't say get lost, kid, I'm watching my match.
no.
Okay, all right. That is what I was thinking. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much.
Well, hey, you got to believe in yourself, man. And to touch back on what Nick said, he remembers the people that helped him and the people that worked against him. Always be somebody that's trying to help the person next to you.
Yeah.
Work for your match, not yourself. Are you wrestling? Is that what you're doing? No, what are you doing?
I'm not right. I
What do
I work for a living.
Living.
So
He's
you're just
living.
trying to just trudge forward, right? Well, just be positive, man. Always put positive energy out, and positive energy is going to come back to you. It may not always feel like it, but like they said in The Crow, it can't rain all the time. So, you know.
Ooh, I love that. All right, we're at time, but let's rapid fire. What's your name,
I'll
buddy?
be quick there because both big fans of you both. But I'll keep my question quick. What do you guys think of the death of Kayfabe?
What do we think of defecation?
Kayfabe.
Oh.
I did hear the restrooms are really nice on this side of the building. If
Yeah,
I
they're
was going to use
delicious.
them,
That's also
then
a
this
very
is
good
where I needed to
question.
use
Oh,
them
yeah.
at. The AC's on.
Wrong panel. Great
Show up
question.
with a stack of newspapers. You don't even
wanna
see me
ask
in
one
the
too,
con.
that's
Yeah, no.
I don't know if it's dead.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's dead. It's just different. I mean, just because some guy knows how to speak Carney doesn't mean that it's dead. It's still, we could still keep it alive. And then, sometimes there's a big angle built out of the. I remember one angle in particular was, and I was an announcer for it. It was kind of the final straw for me as an announcer. But it was a great angle between Batista and Shawn Michaels. Do you remember Shawn had won, but he'd done it by faking a knee injury? And then when Dave let up, Shawn got the win. And Dave was pissed. And they did a stretcher match. And to Shawn's credit, I mean, Dave dominated the match. He won the match. But what stuck out in my head is I'd read a book by Stephen King where he said, don't use a $10 word when a 10-cent word will do. And so instead of saying animosity, I said hatred. Look at that face. Look at the facial features on Batista. Nothing but twisted hatred. And I said it about 3 times, and I heard Vince McMahon just drop an F-bomb. That's enough of that effing hate word. And I was like, I don't like being talked to this way. But that was a great example where you can still, you can make the best of it sometimes. Sure you can. Just because some guy orders fries and carne and McDonald's doesn't necessarily mean it's dead. Okay? Like Terry Funk, when we wrestled in Japan, he would have fans drive him 10 miles away and get in our bus at a truck stop instead of seeing fans watch him get on the same bus as somebody he wrestled. So I believe there's still ways to do it. Yeah.
They still do it. I won't ride in the same car if I'm working an angle with that person
that's right.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
No, it's still out there. It's just like social media and everything. You have cameras now. It's hard to get away with some things and assault people's intelligence, but we still do the best to try to keep it mystery, the magic to it, and stuff like that. But it's so hard when everybody has a cell phone and there's so many panels and different things like that. You're bound to say some stuff, and it can be interpreted any way you want. Just because he's saying one thing to you, I've watched him change the subject a few different times. Right, but is it still a form of kayfabe anyway?
Sure
you
is,
want to directly answer, you just you change it, move it around the way you want it, and it give you something else that you want.
Sometimes things are gonna change.
So fast. Everybody! No. Okay, that's fine. I feel like we should end with a big group musical. This has been so much fun. Thank you guys. For everyone that wasn't here, y'all missed out clearly. So please tell them that this has been the best panel of the weekend, and they definitely missed out here. I don't know if we have. Do we have a photographer? We do. Okay, so in typical fashion, we're going to end with the big group picture.